Years ago, solar power was used mostly for magnifying glasses and calculators. Now, it is already possible to use solar power for homes. The energy of the sun is widely available and scientists are improving solar power systems year after year. Electricity is a necessity and life will be quite hard without it. However, the fossil fuels are depleting and electricity is expensive. The use of fossil fuels also causes damage to the Earth, thereby causing global warming and other environmental problems. Power systems that generate clean and renewable electricity usually make use of solar panels. A lot of homes are now using solar power. If you want to get a continuous supply of electricity, you can get solar panels. The solar panels will be connected to your existing electrical wiring, and so you will need an electrician to do the task for you. In most cases, homeowners are able to enjoy 50% to 80% reduction in monthly electrical bills. Facts about solar energy and solar power plants. The Earth receives more than enough energy from the Sun in an hour to supply the world's energy requirement for the whole year. Unfortunately, only a tiny portion of it is harnessed, and the world still relies on power plants that burn fossil fuels. The good thing, though, is that there is a constant increase in demand for solar energy, and over the years of continuous development, solar panels are much cheaper today. During peak hours, the maximum power density that the sun can give is about 1 kilowatt per square meter. In other words, 1 square meter of solar panel can produce as much as 100 gigawatt-hours of electricity in 1 year. That is enough to power 50,000 houses. If a solar power plant is built on 1% of the total land area of the Sahara Desert, it will satisfy the world's energy requirement. The efficiency of solar panels depends on several factors such as pollution, clouds, temperature and atmospheric humidity. Solar power plants are very similar to other conventional power plants, with one significant difference: the majority of power plants draw their power from fossil fuels like oil, coal and gas. When power plants burn fossil fuels, they produce greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming. Solar power plants or solar thermal power plants or concentrating solar power plants utilize the power of the sun's rays to generate electricity. The process could not be any simpler. The solar panels receive heat from the sun, which will be reflected to the receiver. The receiver converts into steam the concentrated solar energy. The steam is stored on tanks which will be used to turn the turbines and generate electricity. The whole process does not involve any burning of any fossil fuels. Thus, solar power plants do not contribute to global warming. The increase in the use of solar energy will bring down the demand for oil. Today, there are more than 10,000 households with solar energy systems, and the number is constantly increasing. If the demand for solar energy as well as other forms of alternative energy, the demand for oil will drop and the cost fuel will likely to follow. Residential solar energy system can turn your electric meter backwards. Given that you are connected on a power grid, the excess energy that your solar energy system produces will go to the electric lines to be used by other homes. As a result, any excess energy you give will be reflected on your bills. Your electric supplier will even pay for the electricity you supplied. Residential solar energy system can save you money. While the initial cash out for installing solar energy system at home is big, the device will pay for itself in the long run. Not only you will save money on solar energy system, you also help the environment by not contributing to carbon emissions. Solar energy systems are reliable and can last for a very long time. PV cells last from 25 to 40 years. Many manufacturers of solar panels give 25 years product warranty. This is the assurance that solar panels are very dependable. In addition, solar panels require little or no maintenance and they can be installed on most places where there is sunlight throughout the year. Solar energy new discoveries. The day may not be far off when the use of solar energy becomes a norm. There is now a deep conviction among experts that given a few years' time, solar power will be in high demand, that the cost will go down, inexpensive enough to undercut the prices of oil-generated electricity. Previous predictions that it will still happen in a decade may no longer be true. The anger generated by the recent prices in oil and its vulnerability to market forces and other events may have already been enough to polarize people, governments and scientific communities into seriously considering a reliable alternative energy source. You cannot get a source more reliable than the sun. Even today, homes that uses its power does not only benefit from the silent, energy-generating, inexhaustible power of the sun, it also spikes up the prices of their homes. Those that have solar-powered homes are even reimbursed for the surplus power that they supply to the power grid. Presently, heliostats, photovoltaic cells and plate collectors are being used to collect the energy by focusing these panels towards the sun or constructing and installing the panels on spots where the sun shines most. Development in technology, as we all know, often has a snowball effect. It never stops rediscovering and reinventing that the speed of development could often be surprisingly fast. Today, a polymer foil, thin as a sheet of paper and lighter by 200 times when compared to the regular glass collecting plates, are being developed. Chances are, these new inventions and discoveries could very well have a great potential for mass production. Previously, the glass-based materials used for heat collection need expensive substrates and require additional support for mounting due to its weight. The polymer foil, being very light, could now be attached even to the walls of a structure. So confident are scientists in the development of this technology that while the polymer foil is being developed, a plastic solar cell, based on nanotechnology, is gaining breakthroughs. This plastic material can collect the power of the sun even on a cloudy day through harnessing the infrared rays, is believed to be 5 times more efficient than the current technology. While plastic materials for harnessing the power of the sun are not new, it is only recently that this plastic composite could harvest the infrared portion. Previously, only the visible rays are generated, the infrared part, which is half of the power of the sun, is invisible. Currently, the best plastic solar cells could only harness 6% of the sun's energy. With further study and development, this new plastic solar cells are expected to harness 30% of the sun's solar power. Scientists and researchers alike agree that ultimately, solar farms will be harnessing all our energy requirements and costs of power will drop. Today, the price of solar-powered energy is about 3 to 4 times per kilowatt-hour compared with conventional electricity. That could change dramatically through the development of the existing technology and recent discoveries. The roller-pressed flexible plastic materials and the polymer foil are only 2 of the best hopes in arriving at a cleaner, greener and safer environment that could ultimately free the planet from its dependency on the depleting supply of oil. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and check the link down in the description.